Welcome to Education is Safety. I'm Mike. What you're looking at is Red Rock Canyon, Las Vegas, Nevada. The time, perhaps around 6 a.m. to 6:15 a.m., and you are looking at the shark fin. The shark fin is swimming northeast. The mountain is treacherous. The mountain is amazing. And the fact is, behind it is Mount Charleston at 12,924 feet. That peak, between 8 and 9,000 feet. From where I'm sitting right now, will take 4.5 hours to get to the top. And if all goes well, 4 hours coming back down. You must be prepared to climb the shark fin. Preparation is everything. Look at that sheer mountain. There's a mountain in front, right here, in the foreground. And the mountain in the foreground goes from desert to mountain to runoff, and off to the right is the trail that you will take behind that one bright rock. There's a trail that goes up called Shark Fin Pass, and you go around the back of that mountain, in the back of the shark fin, and you climb to the top of Shark Fin Mountain. And that is a mountain. That mountain, when you reach the pinnacle, don't be cynical, for the climb back down is just as treacherous as the climb back up. Hopefully you don't come across a pack of mountain lions, a pack of wolves, a pack of coyotes, and even a pack of hummingbirds. You must be extra careful. Be wise, be smart. Take enough food, water, gear. Temperatures at the base of the mountain can be 37 degrees. And as you climb to the top, and climb and climb and climb and climb and climb, and when you get to the top, winds could be 30 to 50 miles an hour. Wind chill factor with the temperature could be 10 degrees. So you must take all the appropriate gear. And that's not including if there's a storm or rain coming in that could be frozen and create a glass of ice on top of all of the sandstone. Then you must have your crampons on your feet and your gloves. The Shark Fin Mountain. Very few conquer, very few climb, and very few make it without any problems. As the sun rises upon Shark Fin Mountain, one only ponders, what will the climb be like? What will the hike be like? What will it be? Will it be, or will it be? We will only see. Welcome to the climb. Shark Fin Mountain. So we're almost ready to climb the shark fin. And if the mountain was 5,280 feet, that means the shark fin would be 1 mile high. But the shark fin's not 1 mile high. The shark fin's almost 2 miles high. Mount Charleston is over 2 miles high. High from the ground, the base, high from sea level. Sea level is 0 feet. 0 feet. Everything is based upon sea level, minus the tidal charts. Let's climb the shark fin. So we're on our way. Should take about 4.5 hours to get to the top. 4.5 hours to come down. I've got all my gear, safety, everything. Oh, I gotta go back and get my hiking stick. I forgot something very important. You know what? Let's just go find one and make one. Welcome to Education and Safety. I'm Mike. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada, into the Red Rock Desert, Red Rock Canyons. Behind me, over my shoulder, is Shark Fin Mountain. 8,000 to 9,000 feet, 5,280 feet to a mile, or you can look at it as 33,360 inches. It's up to you how you want to look at it. Let's kick it off. Temperature is really cold today. About 32 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 38 degrees Fahrenheit, top of the mountain. Last night was probably 20, 21, 22 degrees Fahrenheit, and with the wind, 40 miles an hour. Then when it rains and everything freezes over, you better have your crampons for your feet, because that becomes an ice skating rink with all those rocks. You got to be super smart and careful. All right, let's go look for our hiking stick. Sometimes you're forgetful. The other thing is, I also forgot to change to my hiking shoes. So I have regular walking sneakers on with no ankle support. So this is going to give me an extra challenge. But my pants are good because they're like canvas. So when I brush into a shrub that's prickly, like this, I don't get poked. It's probably the best thing not to use dress pants when you're hiking in the desert with all the cacti that have thorns that are this long, that long, this long, tiny ones, every type of thorn. And those thorns are not only on the plants, but they're also on the desert floor. So that's why you need to wear good hiking shoes. And low ankles isn't as good to support as a high ankle boot. So wear those to be super safe. Then you can go hiking again some other time and not have to spend time rehabbing in the therapy center. Terrain's getting a little steep, so I'm going to put my gloves on that are rubber, so if I have to put my hand on the ground or on a rock, I don't cut my hands. Should have put them on when I started my hike. Looks like we got lucky today, and looks like there's some dead branches down here we can get a hiking stick. Let's find one, make one, and then we'll get on our way. Because the sun just came up, but the sun goes down pretty quick. 5:30 gets pitch black with no moon out. Look at that. First time I ever found a tumbleweed. And why do they call it a tumbleweed? Well, watch this. When the wind blows, it blows and tumbles. That's also a really good fire starter since it's completely dried out. That's the first time I ever found one in the desert. It's not too big, maybe 17 inches round. Look at these little bird tracks. Little teeny bird tracks. When you see a lot of them, you got to watch out because they come, sometimes they run in packs, but there's a nice one too, right up there. You can see it. And the sand is fine. I'm not going to grab it hard, just very lightly in case there's thorns in it. But that's super fine sand. And to a potter who makes pottery, we can call that grog or binder or texture. It's beautiful stuff. It looks like we found a walking stick. Right here it is. This is the thin part of it. And it gets thicker. And it gets thicker. And it gets thicker down here. So this might work. This might work. Maybe there's one a little bit better in here. We'll check it out. There's some over here possibly. Okay, I got my hiking stick. I'm going to knock off all the nubs, clean up the end here, and cut off this part down here, and then we get started. I found some interesting things over here, and I just didn't want to spend time pulling it out. So maybe some other time. This will be good enough. Let's find a little spot up here ahead, and we'll get something to drink, and then we can get going. Walking stick's working out great, and we're pretty much set. All right, so before we get to the top of the shark fin, we're gonna get something to drink. Base camp number 3. So we're going there now, and we're just going to take a breather. All right, let's keep going. If you want ankle support, walk in these rocks with a walking stick and just try to balance on the rocks. Tippy toe, make sure it's not wobbly like this because you can fall. But hey, just balance on the rocks. You can stand on your toes and you can stand on your flat of your ball of your feet. And it's great practice and exercise for your mind and your brain. This one is really loose, so I'm going to put a down force with my toes, and that was good. Now I'm just going to come over here, catch a couple flat ones. Now I'm going to go for this one here, go for a tiny one, a bigger one, a jump over. These are pretty embedded in. This one's risky. There's probably lizards and something living under there. We'll leave it alone. So yeah, have some fun with it. And then also watch out that you don't fall on these things. These are cacti. Those things are 1.5 inches long. You will be in deer hurts. All right, we're gonna stop here before we get to Sharkfin Trail. That's Sharkfin Trail right there. It starts at the base, it goes up to here, and behind this mountain right here, you go around the back in the valley, and then on the behind this mountain here, which is called the peak, behind this peak is Sharkfin Mountain, and that's where we'll be headed. We're just going to take a break right now, and we're at base camp number 3. Take a breather. Okay, we're at base camp 3. Got my backpack, set everything down, and early this morning I saw a group of Sherpas going south up to a really large sandstone mountain, and an earlier group of Sherpas, they were headed southwest up to the V. So that was interesting, and I'm headed up to the Sharkfin Mountain, but we're going to get something to drink now, and hey, let's get rolling. I've never had one. This is my first time. It's my backpacking heater, stove. It's a real compact one, so it's lightweight and you can take it anywhere. All right, to kick it off, we have a container of water. Actually, it's lemon water. I made it 2 days ago. We got a butane fuel. That's a can. We got a teapot, little teapot right here. That's it, a little teeny teapot, and it's like 2 cups. We got a stirring stick. We also use that as a what do they call that? When you take it and you twist it and you rub it and you make fire. I've had one. I tried it. Never made fire yet. We'll do that someday. And we also have a like a oven mitten, but it's a towel. We'll call it the oven towel. And that's, if it gets hot, you can use it there or whatever. Okay, so let's get rolling and open this up. But I want to share this with you. I have 2 pieces of cord. I tied it this way, and it's pretty interesting. That's the top. That's the bottom. The bottom, I did that on the bottom. Okay, pretty interesting, important. And on the top, I tied it this way. All right, and I'll show you how I tie it when I leave. Here's a quick little video of the knot that I tied at the one end, and then this was in the middle of the box right here, okay? And then these are 2 loose ends. But also, if you use the cord, always make sure you take a little match and just burn the ends. That way it won't keep on fraying. It's sharp, so be careful. So if it is sharp, take a piece of sandpaper or a stone and just rub it so that the sharpness is off, and you'll be all set. And then I'll show you how I tied it. Well, what is this, you say? This is a micro Leatherman And if you want one of the most incredible pocket knives, this thing fits in my hand. Has a little carabiner thing. I actually hook it through a keychain thing through here. But if you use that, you can use that spring-loaded. And I use this, I'm going to probably say 3 to 4 times a day, no matter what I do. Where I'm at, I'm using this 2 to 3, 4, 5 times a day, every single day of my life. This particular pocket knife. Let me show it to you. It's got a scissors. It is absolutely amazing. And it has a knife. Check it out. That's the knife. All you do is close it up like this. Pull the knife out, and the knife is there. It doesn't lock in though, but that's fine. Just a little teeny knife, about the size of your thumb. Okay. This is a screwdriver. It's pretty neat. This is my favorite pocket knife, and it has like a little teeny thing, a little file end on the end. Really cool. Yep, they sell these everywhere. They sell them online. They sell them in, I think, pro bass shops, Cabela's, sporting goods stores, everything, everywhere. It's pretty cool. It's a Leatherman little mini pocket knife. It has a little carabiner. Now I'm going to open up the box with it. Here we go. All right, so it comes in a plastic case. There's some peanuts in here. I'm just going to make sure these things don't blow all over the place. There we go. A little windy today. All right, and we are good. Close this back up. Let's see if there's anything here. Nothing inside. All right, this is a portable burner, and it's pretty cool looking, and it's a gas one, and it's a model GS3400P portable dual fuel stove, 8,000 BTUs, portable butane and propane stove. And then I guess they have social media here that you can check out, and then there's warnings that the propane can be harmful to everything. It was shipped out of California. Here's a toll-free number. And so let's check it out. Extended warranty. Register your product for quality and extended warranty. For more details, go to the website and talk to us by calling us, and they're open Monday through Friday, Pacific time, till 8:30 to 5:30. And there's that, and the instructions. I'm going to read the instructions quick, and we'll get rolling. All right, since it's windy, I'm going to take this plastic bag, put all the little peanuts in it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use this box as a windscreen so that the wind doesn't blow out the flame. So that's what we're going to do. Take all those peanuts. It's a little breezy. All right, all the peanuts are in the bag. I'll close it up, and then I'll use this cardboard box as a windscreen. Okay, let's get started here. So this is the propane aspect of it. All right, and that's where the propane gets connected into, and this gets connected into this device right here, and this is the adapter. The adapter goes on here. It gets screwed on, and as you can see, there's a tighten side and a loosen side, and you just put that on, and then you attach that to that, and then you can use a 1 gallon propane tank, real small. It's about 2 of these right here, about 2 of these equal to 2 butane tanks. And when you close it, when you put the butane in and you close it, it sort of locks into position right here. And to unlock it, you just push this, you just push this up a little bit, and it just unlocks itself. Okay, and that's it. So it's just like sort of like a little click. So that's it, right there. And then just push right here, and you're all set. You have a little hole there to pull it, and when you use the, you've got the grid. Let me show you. You got the grid that comes off, and that's the actual igniter right there. That's the top of the flame part. Back side shows you warning things. Correct way, incorrect way. It just goes like that. Slides in, doesn't move at all. Once it's in, it's in. I'm in a flat surface, everything's good. And that's pretty much it, just like that. So let's get started. So we're going to put this into here, the butane can, and we'll see if it works. And if it does, then we'll put it in the box and get it out of the wind. All right, so this lid just gets snapped in like that. And all you do is just snap it off. Just twist it, turn it off, move it to the side, set that off to the side. And now what we're going to do is there's a little piece here. Also listen to see if it's, and also you can listen and see if there's any noise. That would be bad. And then there's like a little clip here. You can see there's a little clip. And then there's a little lever here that you push down. Okay. And that locks the can in, and then you turn it on all the way and the flame will come. Now there's a lip right here. There's a little teeny lip right here. And that has to go. There's a little case back here too. Check this out. And this was inspected. There's a little lip that goes back in here and sits against this right here. Okay. And then it just goes into this little hole right here. Okay. So this little thing goes into that hole perfectly. Has to line up absolutely perfect. And it looks like this. Line it up perfectly. And when it's lined up, this right here completely sits flat. Okay? This is not up in the air at all. It sits flat and it moves back and forth and wiggles. Okay? Just like that. Now, all I do is push this down. Listen for leaks. Smell. No smell. Turn it all the way up and the flame should turn on. You'll hear a click. All right. It's on. I can feel the heat. Can't see it, but it's on. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it off like this. And then release it. Just like that. After you're finished, always take the butane can, put the lid back on. Do not leave it sit in this and carry it with that, because if it gets bumped and something turns on, it can be very dangerous. Any temperature Fahrenheit over, I think it's 120 degrees, this thing can explode. It has a seam in it and it's combustible. So don't keep that in your car in the Vegas, Arizona areas. Don't keep it in your trunk because it is very explosive. You can see other videos about explosive things. There's different brands you can buy, all kinds of brands you can buy. I just happen to pick these up. And also the other interesting thing that's really important is to always make sure that you store these vertically, sitting up somewhere dry 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and they should last pretty long. You can go check out online how long a can last, but there is a time code to everything. And also too, you always want to check it before you go to make sure you have butane. Always take a few extras with you. I made a makeshift windscreen. It's the box it came in. The wind's coming from the side, so we should be fine. And maybe now we'll see the flame, but it will definitely have better heat, and that's the most important thing, to boil some water. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this ready right here. We're going to fill this up with some lemon water. That's all been cleaned out already. Just like that. Take some of the water, pour it in here, and after we pour that into here, we'll start the flame, and then the next thing we'll do is heat it up. And once it starts to bubble, we'll stop because I'm making tea. Okay, so we got our liquid in there, and we're going to close that lid up, and we're going to bring this up like that, center it up, little teapot here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to just turn this, push this lever down. Remember, I just want to show it to you. It's in there. The can is in there still. You can see it. Okay, just close that down, push the lever down, it clicks in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on and see if it has some heat. It's full right now. So you can't see that, but it's full. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this down right to here. We're going to put this on, just like that. And we're at the halfway mark right now, okay? Because I don't want the flame to go up and around and to hit the handle. So we're going to see how fast this boils. All right, a little tip. I always keep my Leatherman with a cord, a ring, a spark plug gapper, and you can use a lot of this stuff whatever you want to. And then I keep my keys on it, and then I always have a little piece of identification leather, and I always put it through the major ring and stuff like that. So that's the most important thing. And that way, if I drop it, I can find it easy. If you just carry your Leatherman around by itself like that, you might lose it, and you don't want to lose your Leatherman. I've had this one particular one here for probably, oh my gosh, I don't know, 20, 30 years maybe, something like that. All right, let's see how it's doing. We got some noise going on. Some bubbles. I think it's hot enough for me. Okay, so today we got tea. We got spiced blackberry tea, and that's for me to focus. I forgot my walking stick, so we had to make one. Should have had the tea before I left. This is stress relief. This will be good for me since I forgot my walking stick and my hiking shoes. And this is green tea for antioxidants, which is great to kill all the radicals, free radicals, non-radicals, to just kill whatever. Green kills, healthy, lemon, lime, you're good to go. All right, I got my tea bags out, and guess what? I forgot my cup. So anyway, since I forgot my cup, I guess since I forgot, I'll just run back and pick it up in my auto, and I'll be right back. All right. All right, I'm back, and I'm excited. Got my cup, and also I just remembered that in my backpack I always keep a can, but I forgot, so that was a wasted trip. But I always keep a can and as a backup cup, just in case I forget my regular cup. So it is what it is. So this is my cup. Believe it or not, I just got it. I never really had a cup. I always just use a can or whatever, but I bought one, and pretty cool. And let's see here what it says. It says it's a Ozark Trail, 18 ounces. So let's just see how much water I poured into the little teacup. I didn't pour a ton in, but anyway, that's what it is. And let's see. Here we go. We're going to pour the hot water in now. All right, here we go. Hot water in the cup. I only filled it halfway. Let's see how much it is. Oh, that's plenty. That's plenty. I'm going to put this back in here again, just so I don't forget what I'm doing. I'll put this in here like this. Now, I'm going to take this towel, and I'm going to place that towel right down here. I'm going to use that towel as a barrier from the cold table, which is concrete. And I'm just going to get that going in there like that. I'll get this one going in there. And we're good to go. And then we'll get one more going in there, just like that. And that should do it. I think these 3 teas will be me. This is going to be delicious, tasty. It's going to be great. This is like a oven mitten. I just use a towel, makeshift. That way, if I drop it, I don't get upset at all. Plus, after I drink my tea, I'll be fine forgetting to wear my hiking shoes, walking stick I forgot, my teacup, I had to come back and now I came back again, so it is what it is. All right. Okay, let's see how this turned out. Temperature is perfect. 163.798958. That's it. Perfect. Not too hot, not too cold, and I didn't burn the tea leaves. Everybody burns the tea. Everybody. You ask a professional tea person, they burn it all the time. Too hot water burns tea. This is amazing. You know, I'm out here in the Red Rock having tea, and this is really cool. A little windy though, you might not hear me, but hey, I'm giving it my best. Okay, we're gonna just wrap things up here and get our hike up to the shark fin. We're gonna wrap things up now, and hope you enjoyed the video on the stove and the tea we made. And oops, I forgot to put it down onto my. Always remember to put it down on this right here. Always. Now there's no lid that comes with that. But hey, who needs a lid when you're gonna? Hey, who needs a lid when you're just gonna cook it real quick? You know what I'm saying? Heat it up. And I just saw little bubbles. I don't like water boiling. If I just see one bubble, it's hot. It's done. One bubble. One. That's it. So that's it. My tip. And let's get rolling. I made a few notes. I wrote them down on a piece of paper, and I want to just go over them with you really quick. Okay, don't forget, when you set up your stove, make sure that you keep it on a level surface. Never have it tilted. And also remember that when you cook on your stove, you need to have a splash barrier around it. So either make something to protect it from splashing out, like what I had in the box, or just make sure that the area you're cooking on is super safe. All right, let's move it on. Let's make this really quick. Don't forget that stove makes carbon monoxide. And once you're done with it, take the can out and make sure everything's sealed and put the lid back on it. Don't use cactus firewood ever, because certain cactuses emit fumes, and if it's not windy outside and you happen to get some cactus fumes, they're very poisonous and it'll just put you to sleep and kill you. So very interesting. Do your own research on that. If you're gonna do any kind of if you're gonna make a makeshift cup, you know, you can find some old wood that's been rotted, take your knife, chisel it out, and then you can heat it up if you want to and burn it. And then after you burn it, you can put some butter on it or some sap on the inside, and you can have a cup, whatever you want to do. Don't just, and I already said that the butane or propane makes carbon monoxide, which is a non-visible odor, non-visible, and it will kill you, and you'll get a headache. And if you get a headache, that means you're using it inside and you're not having the correct ventilation. If you ever see a leak, make sure that you check it with sudsy soap water at all the connections and make sure everything's okay. Let's see here. What else did I write down? I told you about once I see little tiny bubbles, that's hot enough for me. One little. Get the tea bags out. We're good to go. We made a cup. You can also use tin foil. So you can find something that's got a cup shape, put tin foil in it and pour it into that and use that as a cup. 2 cans of butane sort of equal 1 propane little gallon. And you can also buy another adapter from the same company or out thereabouts that adapts to your grill, and it'll go right to the connection, and it'll go right to a large 5-gallon propane tank that you use for an outdoor backyard grill. Propane, I said, big 5-gallon tank, or even bigger. You can get an adapter so you can use your stove all the time. Always bring a cup. Keep it in your backpack at all times. I forgot mine. I think the butane is a half hour. The propane tank, 1 gallon, is like an hour long. It depends on the heat, temperature, altitude, everything. There's all kinds of factors. And remember, water boils at 212 degrees at ocean level, depending on the tide going up and down. Also, the altitude changes at burning temperatures. Also, butane does not burn. It gets a frozen aspect of it, and it won't work in cold temperatures. So I got away with it today here. We're borderline right now. Better to take a propane tank with you than a butane tank if you're really concerned about cold temperatures. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, is about where butane stops working. You'll check that yourselves. Probably the most important thing is, if you can't remember what you're supposed to bring along, then maybe it wasn't to be where you're going to be. So we're just going to wrap this thing up right now. But probably the most important thing, if anybody that's into any kind of tasty parcels, too hot water for tea, it just burns it all day long. That's probably the most important thing out of this whole thing. Out of this whole trip today is to remember, keep your tea temperatures down. 165, 155, 175. You don't need to go real high, even lower sometimes. As soon as you see a bubble, it's done. You'll enjoy your tea much better. It's great. Do your own homework on the tea, and let's get rolling. All right, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the journey and adventure today. Hey, everybody makes mistakes all the time. It's our family tradition all the time. You have no idea. And hey, cheers to having a great day. And yeah, we got the shark fin behind us, and let's see what we can do. All right. This is delicious. I wish this cup had a lid. I don't know why it didn't come with a lid. Unbelievable. Second most important thing here, probably the most important thing, not burning your tea is probably second, but the most important thing is taking this canister out. Now, when you try to pull up on this, it doesn't come out. But for some reason, when I push right on this corner right here, watch this, it just pops open. Now watch this. I'm going to release it by bringing this up, but I'm not going to just slam it up. I'm going to bring it up slow by putting my thumb here, putting 2 fingers there, and just releasing it gently. Now, I'm going to pull this little teeny lever back. That little lever comes back. This teeny lever comes back. And with the other hand that I don't have, I'm going to take the can out. Right? Pull that back. And with the other hand, take the can out. Now, set the can down on a flat surface, take the red cap, and put it on. And you're all set. Now you're ready to go. We're going to pack everything up and head on out. Just to let you know, this flips, that's the way it is normal. This flips upside down for packing. Sits in there gentle. Everything's good to go. I just want to show you how I put those peanuts in there. If it was been a windy day, those things would have been everywhere. So you got to be really careful. Put those peanuts, get them in the bag, close it back up. And now we laid down the rope to put the box on. And we're going to put the box just like so. We're going to put the corner right here. Okay, the corner goes there. Now I took this rope and that rope, put it underneath that rope right there. And now I'm going to wrap them around and then go under, go around the back. Then I'm going to come under here and go under here, and you'll see it all wrapped up. And now I'm going to wrap it around this right here. This one, and this one, and then finish it up on this side over here. Under, around, and then finish it right here. So I wrapped it around this cord, and as the cord grabs these two, it keeps tightening it, and making it really, really tight. Then I finish it up with 2 knots, one underneath, back again, and I'll be finishing up, and that'll be it. So you say, well, how am I going to get this attached to the back of this? Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one carabiner to hold it and another carabiner to hold it from this side and this side. And you'll see it, and it'll hopefully be centered in the back of my backpack. Everything should be fine. So we got it all wrapped up. Another learning lesson for me today, believe it or not, just is incredible. I have one locking carabiner and one just a baby carabiner. My professional opinion, is you should have much more cord than this. I have two pieces of cord. I can't remember what I have originally in my backpack. Don't forget, when you go hiking, always make sure you have enough gear to go up to the shark fin. And the other thing too is those more carabiners that are in high quality, very lightweight, but they're very productive in case you need to make something with the cord and everything. So 100 feet of cord is nothing in weight. You know, 5, 6, 7 carabiners, it's nothing to help you attach things, protect things, and to release things when needed. So we're going to get going, and believe it or not, I have to start all over again because I have the case and it's not in the box. So I'm going to take this whole thing apart, and this is my training session today. So we'll get up to the top of Shark Fin. We're headed there real soon. I'm sure everything's going to go great. Okay. So what we have here is we have a burner. Now it's finally put back into the plastic case again. Lock it up. Just like this. And it's not locking. Let's see. Oh, there's one lock. Oh, come on, you can lock. There's the other lock. Okay, it's going to go into the box. And that's it. I'm going to make a special carrying case just for this to go on my backpack like a Sherpa. All right, let's put these chips back in, squeeze them down, and re-rope it up. All right, so we got everything all packed up, ready to go. It looks like we're ready to hit the trail for the shark fin trail and on top of the shark fin. So let's get going. All right, thanks for watching Education and Safety, and hope you got a little information today. So maybe next time we'll have something else exciting and adventurous and an interesting journey. So until next time, thanks for watching, and always be super safe, and take your time, and if it's not right, don't do it. And sometimes you just got to walk away and start over again. Sometimes you have to leave and start over again, and sometimes you have to leave and not start over again, and sometimes you have to walk away and not start over again, and sometimes you just say, you know what, this isn't going to happen. So what do they say? It is what it is. So we just keep trying. All right, hope you had a good time today. Learn something, anything, even one little thing, even a tidbit, which is a tidbit is like just a little pinch, like a pinch of salt, a pinch of honey, a pinch of molasses, a pinch of oregano, pepper, whatever you want to call it. So hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll see you. Thanks for watching.